Once we have our idea and we're beginning to develop it, we need to know how to advertise and sell our event. This goes hand in hand with the development process, and one of the good starting blocks is to give your project a title, something short and snappy. The research world is not necessarily great at coming up with titles. If you think about the titles of papers, they're very often very long and very complex. For public-facing events and activities, we want them short and sharp. Look to the titles of famous movies or books. They're very short and they don't necessarily give the whole game away in just that 1 or 2 word title. So we want something short, sharp, and enticing. Then I would add on a tagline. A tagline is something you would see at the bottom of a movie poster. Like the example from Alien, in space, no one can hear you scream. That doesn't give us the details of the plot, but it's starting to give us a feel for what we might experience. Scream, we're getting horror vibes. Space, sci-fi. It's starting to give us a flavour of what this experience might be about. And that's what a great tagline does. We want that hand in hand with a blurb, a public-facing description, which might be about 50, 100 words at the very, very most. And this is where people are going to decide whether they are going to engage with you or not. Again, a great starting block for this is to look to the descriptions on the backs of books or films. This won't give you all the details of the plot, but it will give you enough information to decide whether or not you're going to engage with it. There's a backstage part of this as well. You have the public-facing blurb, but you also have the backstage description. And this is something you're going to be giving to the organisers or for yourself. This is your plan, the nuts and bolts of what will actually happen during your event or activity. So what will people see, experience? How will they feel? How long will it last? All of that is put into the description. Very often the public won't see the description, but organisers and partners will. Finally, you need to think about images as well. It's a big part of how you advertise and celebrate your event, and for this you're going to need something high quality. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to spend a lot of money on them. You can go to websites like unsplash.com where you can find high quality images that you can use to advertise your events and activities for free. So those are the important parts that we need for our event or activity. A title, something short and snappy that's going to get our attention. A tagline that's going to entice us in. To read a blurb where we'll get all the information we will need to decide whether or not we're going to engage with that. Then you have the backstage description, the nuts and bolts so that an organiser will know exactly what you are planning to do. And finally, those images, high quality and illustrative of what people are going to see or experience.